it's me, host Superstar. Thank you very much for tuning in. Look what I got! It's Kane. I am so excited to have something a little bit different on the channel today. It's a wrestling figure. It's rare we get these on my channel, but you know what? And for those of you that are getting excited out there, no, I'm not diving headfirst into WWE figures. That isn't what's happening. However, I do like the fact that as of late, we are getting some decent WWE figures. Especially those which were kind of around from my childhood and from my memories of watching wrestling growing up. I'm never going to be picking up the modern day wrestlers because I'm not into that. As much as I enjoy watching the pay-per-views every month, I don't watch the weekly shows anymore. I just watch the pay-per-views on WWE. But I do like looking back with nostalgic vision. And Kane, obviously, the big red machine, Undertaker's brother. I'm just happy to see that they're creating these kind of figures that look like my childhood memories. So I'm going to be picking up some of these ones. I might pick up Sting if they make the NWO Sting. I'll probably pick that up. There's got to be newer versions. I'm not going back and picking up old ones. If they release a new one, Sting, things like Goldberg, Diamond Dallas Page. I know there's a lot of I've picked up Ronda Rousey before. I actually like Ronda Rousey from UFC long before she came to WWE. That's why I picked her up. And of course I've got The Fiend over there. I do love me some Bray Wyatt. I'm saving him for the Halloween videos. But yeah, anyway, getting on with this review, guys. I just thought I'd share that with you. I just wanted to let you guys know, no, I'm not diving head first, but I will be diving head first into AEW because I've really been enjoying AEW. Anyway, WWE's Kane. This is the new Survivor Series Kane. Survivor Series, obviously, next month's pay-per-view. This appeared at my local Smith's recently, along with the rest of the wave. In the rest of the wave, you can get Drew McIntyre, John Morrison, and Samoa Joe. 3 characters which I really couldn't care about. I know Drew McIntyre is either current or was the current until the last pay-per-view, or is he still the current champion? He's getting a real push at the moment. Then, of course, we've got Samoa Joe as well. Kane was the one in this wave for me. He's just £20, like I said, from Smith's store, so I picked him up. Obviously, the best part is the reason they've shoved him in this series, I think, is because obviously he debuted back in Survivor Series, or one of his main debuts, anyway. If I remember rightly, but I remember his main roster debut as Kane was back at In Your House, Revenge of Undertaker, or Revenge of the Taker. Because Paul Bearer did all that. He's your brother, Taker! Say hello to your brother! He survived the fire! And then all them years later, we're expected to see this hideous monster of a character, and it's just a dude with a bald head. Oh, nostalgia. Anyway, right, let's go ahead and break this guy out of the packaging. Paul Bearer used to scare me as a child. I used to run behind the couch when I was a kid when Undertaker used to come on. I was terrified of him. It was that voice. You need to watch out for my Taker! He's coming! He's the weirdest character alive, wasn't he? Remember the time when they covered him in cement? Oh dear me. But Kane over the years has done some crazy things. Obviously teamed up with Undertaker eventually to become the Brothers of Destruction. Probably everyone's favourite time in WWE then. But he's had some great partnerships over the years with people like Daniel Bryan, Team Hell No, and didn't he have a massive feud with Jeff Hardy, if I remember rightly? God, we're talking some years ago now, though. Wow, these figures are nice. I've never really messed with many WWE Elite figures. When I was a kid, I don't think it was the Elites back then. There was still these used to come out once a month, and it was like the WrestleMania, or like they had like editions and stuff. Oh, right, I've got him right. I think I've activated all the hinges there. So here is Kane out of the packaging. Looking nice, actually. I really like how that looks. So the head is on a ball joint, so you can kind of make him look backwards, but the hairline does stop that, as well as forwards, left and right. Maybe we can get that to activate a little bit more as time goes on. Then he's got the hinges in the arm to rotate the upper body, the upper bicep there. Sorry, the upper shoulder blade. Then we've got the double hinged bicep. Sorry, single hinge biceps. I'm getting carried away here. Single hinge biceps. And this one's got the piece on there to protect his arm. He's got the little cuffs on him as well, which is nice. They cover up the hinge for the wrist hinge very easily. Then of course we've got the crunch back and forward. Then the waist swivel. His legs do lift out all the way, as well as forwards and backwards. Top thigh cut there. He does actually have double hinge knees, boot cut, and have we got rocker and pivot on the feet? No, just regular hinge on the WBs. If I can even get that to activate. Wow. There we go. They're going to take some... They're going to need some heating up. Damn. That's why I'm having issues, I think. His feet are a little bit Kenny Wampus. So he does have his open choke hand for the choke slam. But he also has another open palm hand on the other side, which I'm not too fond of, so I'm going to change that out, because they do give us the options of fisticuffs. So I'm going to have the open palm hand for the choke slam, which always Kane's the choke slam. I mean, I associate the choke slam more with Kane than I do with Taker. So I'm going to have him with the claw ready, and then the other hand can be the fisticuffed hand. Unless, of course, later on when I do some photos, I might put his... Oh, we could actually, yeah. If I change that back, actually. If I change that back, actually, we could put his arms out. Hands up. Yeah. Love me some Kane. If you want to see some awesome pics and pictures, guys, but I will be posting up as soon as this video goes live. I should have some images on Instagram, so please do go check those out, and the action figure photography I've taken with him. You'll find those, like I said, over on my Instagram, which is Super Sorrel. You'll find a link in the description if you want to go follow. Please do, it would really support me. And as well, guys, we'll go down to the desk cam now to give you guys an up-close personal look at Kane. And his chair. They all come with chairs usually, it's quite nice. So guys, we'll go down to the desk cam to give you guys an up-close personal look at Kane. So let's go to the desk cam! Okay, at the beginning of the video, if you remember, guys, I had a Survivor Series tidbit about Kane, but it wasn't actually Kane that I was thinking of. Well, it wasn't. It was the same, obviously, actor of Jacobs, but before he took the name of Kane, he was actually known as Mike Unabomber, and he took part in the unsuccessful 1996 team for Survivor Series under the Mike Unabomber name. So that's where I got that tidbit from. I knew something about it. I just couldn't remember it. I had to look it up. He didn't actually emerge as Kane until 1997, the year later, where he came back under the new character. And that again, like I said, it was At Your House 14, The Revenge of Taker. So that's a little bit of a tidbit there. Thought I'd just share that. So maybe that's why they've shoved him in a Survivor Series package. He also took part in several other Survivor Series bouts over the years, with Triple H in a casket match that I remember. And as well, wasn't he a part of the Alliance Survivor Series as well? Wasn't he on Team Alliance? This Kane figure is really nice. I'm so glad I picked this up. Obviously, Kane to me will always be Kane in the mask. I know they got rid of it years later. Was it something to do with because he couldn't breathe, and that's eventually why they chopped out the middle part so he could breathe. But as soon as they did that and they started making him talk more, he lost his menacing factor. I love the fact that he was just a silent machine when I was a kid. They just came in, made the fire, killed the dude, chokeslammed him to hell and back, and then won the bout usually. He's been the hardcore champion, the WWE champion, and many other champions over the years, and now he's the governor of Texas, I think he is now. He's had a very long, successful career, many matches. Obviously, that most recent match in Saudi Arabia, we would like to forget, as I would like to remember him as the big red machine back in the day, personally. Like I said, I will pick up more WWE figures as time goes on. This isn't just going to be a one-off on the channel. I do want to pick up more WWE stuff, it's just that I'm not a fan of the more modern stuff. There are certain people I could pick up, like the Usos. If they ever got a really nice figure, I'd pick those up. But I was never a fan of their original attire. There is like there's certain people like your Roman Reigns, your Triple H's, your Shawn Michaels, and they get a figure like every series. I'm looking for the wrestlers that you don't see very often. I'd like to get a Doink the Clown. He'd be a cool one. But no, I'm now looking for, I think a classic Taker would be awesome to go with this Kane. Maybe even a pallbearer. But guys, what are your thoughts on this WWE figure? Would you like to see more wrestling figures on my channel? Let me know in the comments down below. But before we go, guys, we have got the Survivor Series chair that does come with him. These are the other hands. They just have the long pegs and they just slide in and out of the arms to make it nice and easy. But if I just zoom back a little bit, you guys always like to see how figures compare to others. So he's really tall. This is actually the 7-inch Joker from the DC McFarlane line. And here is a 6-inch Stormtrooper, the carbonized one. So, I mean, he alone, he's 6 inches. If he'll stand, come on. Dude, I've just taken you off the shelf. How can you not stand? You've been stood on the shelf for months. In that same pose. Ah. This is the bit I hate. This is why I don't do this very often, people. And my phone's beeping and everything's going wrong. Right, you can just stand back there then. So yeah, you can see the difference there. So if I move Stormy out of the way now, he's doing my head in. He can go back to hell. There's actually Kane stood next to the 7-inch figure from NECA. So he's like 6 and... Well, he's definitely 7, isn't he? That's actually 8 inches. So yeah, he's definitely about 7¼ inch, I would have thought, give or take. Big figure. Obviously, would have to be, if all the other figures are to a 6-inch scale, this guy would have to be taller, so it is probably right. But guys, what are your thoughts on this Kane? Like I said, let us know in the comments below. Guys, what are your thoughts on this figure? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this review and you want to see more WWE action figures, like I say, please do comment below. Would you like to see more nostalgic WWE, WCW, ECW? Or would you like to see some more updated stuff from the likes of AEW? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this figure review, please make sure you hit that like button. The more likes means the more I'm likely to do another WWE review in the future. And just thank you very much for watching. As always, I'm your host, Soup Sorrel, and I'll see you in the next video. May the Force be with you.